Welcome to my furry news series. Let's get into it.
YouTube videos are rapidly being stolen on the platform, and YouTube doesn't seem to give a crap. So there's a YouTuber named Legal Eagle who is a very well-known lawyer on the platform. So Legal Eagle actually reached out to YouTube and was like, hey, this channel, and actually all of these channels, are just blatantly stealing our videos. Here is the video that they completely stole from us. And the reason he had to reach out to them in the first place is because the people who were stealing his content were doing a very...
Here's my input on this. I don't mind people taking my content, but don't just take it bluntly without any form of change. Add something to it, and then that becomes a little bit more ethical and more okay because you're modifying to be your own content and your own value.
very clever move of taking his videos but just putting some sort of ambient background, and that would make it so Legal Eagle wasn't able to copyright strike their videos. As you can see for myself, what YouTube considers to be infringing videos is listed here, and from here I can click on the videos if I want to and submit a copyright strike takedown or removal.
So another thing that a lot of big YouTubers understand, and have accepted is that small content creators like me, or well, pretty much anyone, will take their videos, but with one massive understanding: fair use has to apply here.
So he messaged them and was like, dude, I have the copyright match tool, but because the video filter you used, none of his videos are showing up as matches. I can just send you a list of videos, but all of his videos are offending. And on top of that, he's using my image, name, and trademarks in his channel banners and other branding. So it's not...
That's illegal. That's not that's like straight up illegal. If you're starting to use the exact same logo, branding, and information that the content creator made himself in the first place just to get your name out there, you can get sued by them. So stealing video is one thing, but when you're taking a massive content creator that also happens to know the law,
his profile pics, they were using his images in their banners and stuff like that. So they were just like basically trying to steal his identity. But no, even though YouTube could just go on that channel that Legal Eagle had showed and just seeing that those videos were stolen, nope, they require more information somehow. And then YouTube starts off with their usual one-liner. If you're able to provide your original video URL paired with the infringing URL within the same submissions, that should allow for the copyright experts to act much quicker.
But here's the thing: if there are copyright experts, they should be able to take the information from the original channel and match it with the other channel that they're matching it with too, not just the video itself, because he's infringing on more than the video itself. They're infringing on his identity, which is a whole identity theft legal case at that point, which is a bigger issue than a copyright case.
And it affects not just Nintendo, not just Pokemon and Pal World, but the entire gaming space. So first of all, there's an update that Nintendo is now arguing as part of their ongoing lawsuit with Pal World that mods don't count as proper games. So what they're...
What? No, they changed the overall perspective of the game content. How do you consider mods as not? Does Nintendo know what the definition of mods are in the first place?
attempting to do is have Pal World say, hey, you need to shut down every single mod out there of Pal World.
So they actually cannot, to my knowledge, force Power to do that because Power doesn't own those mods. It's not their mods. It's some other partnerships mods that are uploading to Power, and that's not Power's job. Go after the mods. Don't go after Power and tell them that the people that make the mods for Power have to shut down.
This is exactly the type of thing Nintendo hates. And what Nintendo is missing out here is that both Pal World and all these mods like Pal Farm are things that actually help Nintendo, help the company, and help everybody, but only...
Yeah, and you know why it helps them? Because it's so similar to Pokemon that it gets Pokemon bigger and people want to play Pokemon. So I don't get it from a business bloody aspect as to why Nintendo is suing Pal World.
If Pal World wants to decide to allow mods, that's Pal World's decision. That should not be Nintendo's decision. So
Yeah, see, that's also a point. It's not for Nintendo to decide whether Power can and can't have mods. That's not their choice.
Is if Nintendo wins this precedent, then any game which looks at another game and says, hey, this looks sort of similar to me, or hey, I made some last minute patent, and we're going to talk about the sneaky Any company could come out, file a last minute patent, and stop mods. This would kill the modding community. Mods are sometimes the most beloved parts of the game. In fact, many times big companies look at the mods and they find which mod is most successful and they make a game based on the mod.
So they actually did that with Skyrim, and when they released the Skyrim Special Edition, they used a lot of the exact same mods that the modding community did, and that's why Skyrim Special Edition looks exactly the same. And the reason Bethesda did that was because it was more successful. And so Bethesda decided to make a Skyrim Special Edition, which fixes everything about Skyrim.
Hold on there. What you're trying to do is control the entire pocket monster genre, or even pocket character or sub character genre. You really can't do that. You can't do that in America. You can't say, hey, no, we own the entire genre. You can't do anything in this entire genre. That's not allowed. Think about superheroes saying, hey, you can't make a superhero genre, or you can't make a monster genre, or whatever else, right? A horror genre, dinosaur genre. How far are we going to let these corporations go and just monopolizing genres? It doesn't make sense, and it stifles creativity. And the corporation just looks horrible.